Halloween party featuring Chris Brown. It looks like it's going to be crazy. You have made mention about Jamie Foxx, or he had made mention himself in a special talking about his almost losing his life, and his hospitalization was due to Diddy. There are stories of him getting beat up and getting put, but I know he was on a movie set, but something from an altercation or something from drug related that was given to him.
Diddy will pull up and get wild with you by himself.
Oh.
Like, he's not soft. So that's the whole thing with him. Like,
He'll pull up and take something.
Bro, he'll pull up and, bro, he slapped Drake.
He did, and everyone looked over that.
Oh, I'm not gonna call him a gangster. But he be on some tough shit, bro. And it'll piss you off. Like with his son with the lip gloss on and the waves all the time.
Yeah.
He sweat, he a gangster, bro. I been like, bro, we'll get crazy with you in here.
I mean, anyone who probably do a lot of cocaine will feel all kind of invincible. Will feel all kind of courageous.
With money?
With money, I believe they'll do a lot outside of normal man, who's rational. and just say, let me post up. But let me get your take on with Jamie Foxx, because mind you, Diddy parties and Jamie Foxx parties were the two black Hollywood elite parties that you would always hear about. That was like, you gotta be there to see it. For him to say that I was hospitalized possibly because of something that happened with Diddy.
He thought he was gonna tell.
Cool.
So look, I'm a shout out Big Duga, my right hand man. Shout out folks. He have a very interesting Jamie Foxx story. I don't know if you know about this or seen it.
No.
Give us a Cliff Notes.
I'm gonna let him come on here and tell that, but I'll say this though.
I know he said something about Jamie Foxx in a bathroom.
It wasn't Jamie Foxx in the bathroom, it was his party.
Okay, it was his party, and then the bathroom situation went down.
Now look, bro, dude got my right hand man.
Their stories show that fame isn't what it seems. DMX talked about the hidden struggles, the contracts that trap, the currency of loyalty in a harsh world. Pimp C exposed how alliances form and break for power moves. It's easy to get lost in the beats and lifestyle, but the undercurrents reveal the price of not falling in line. They challenged a system that rewards silence and punishes honesty. It makes you wonder how many others are keeping quiet, afraid of what telling the truth would cost.
We have been outside together 15 years. Well, that's small. He the reason I'm alive right now. You feel me? Like, he don't really care about money like that. Like, he don't really care about a lot of them. As long as he got his jewelry, he got his cup, he got his gun, and we doing our thing, he cool.
Yeah, that's all you need in life.
So, whenever I know I got a situation coming up and, the risk of dying is high, dude gonna make sure he there. That's what he like to do.
Right.
But anywhere I take my boy, I have to give him certain guidelines. On this particular day, I say, bro, I don't know what we're gonna see in here, but we get $2,500 a piece to keep these two models right here safe at this event. Don't get out of my eyesight. He said, Gordo, that's my nickname, Gordo. I said, Gordo, I love you, but I gotta go to the bathroom. I said, okay, bro, the bathroom over there, I think. So I'm over here dealing with them. About 30 seconds go, I hear, he got a gun. So I'm like, I instantly know, I say, fucking dude, God. I look over there, I see he got joined up and it's out and he pointed at somebody. He said, hey man, everybody get on the ground. So now here I go, I gotta say, y'all stay right there. I come over there. 5 dudes in the bathroom. Everybody passes their ankles. One dude didn't even have no pants on at all. He even had no socks on. He getting extra crazy. I'm like, dude, what you just see? He say, bro, these motherfuckers in here all pulling each other. I'm like, what you mean? He say, man, sword fighting in here. We gotta go. I'm like, damn. Shout out Big Dugard.
Shout out Big Dugard.
Yeah.
Shout out Big Dugard. Damn.
That's the thing, bro. Like, bro, bro.
So, let's do it like this. Let me ask you.
Niggas would get mad at me. I wouldn't plug them with celebrities. And I say, look, bro, you don't know what you asking for. And when I see certain guys, I say, yeah, you definitely getting your cake stood. Because you too thirsty to go be up here. 5 in the morning? You want to be in the studio with all dudes? Everybody on ecstasy and cocaine? They sipping liquor. There's no females here. You the females, my boy.
Shit.
You the females. Oh no.
Now, Chris Columbus had a story that he told where he was laying down with his wife, and he got a phone call from Diddy like at 2 a.m. saying, "I'm at the hotel," and he's like, "Yeah, well, who there?" Like, pull up.
DMX never held back. He revealed the harsh truths behind the music industry's glitz. Warning, don't get played. This game will consume you, chew you up, and spit you out. His words cut deeper than the hustle. They spoke to the dark, exploitative underbelly. X witnessed the power plays, the manipulation, and the greed firsthand. It sickened him, and "What's my name?" became his defiant message, exposing the lies and ambition that drove the industry.
King Kong ain't got bleep on me. I showed up just to watch. A friend of mine, he was the location manager, and he was like, hey man, you can come down. Denzel's working in LA. You can come down and see Denzel work. I was like, I would love to. I was doing my little acting thing, you know, but it was like, whatever. And the director, Antoine Fuqua, came over and said, hey man, you want to be in this movie? And I was like, what? Yeah. And he said, come back every night and I'll put you in different places. So I came back on that night and there was Denzel's big scene. He says, I want you standing right there. Let me tell you, my mother freaked out. She was like, oh my God, you're in this movie. But let me tell you, Rich, if that was all I ever did in my career, I would have been super happy.
What was it like, though, to watch him deliver those lines in that scene, in that moment?
Rumors have long circulated about Jay-Z and Diddy, suggesting that their relentless pursuit of power means stopping at nothing to maintain dominance. The whispers say they'll do whatever it takes, even if it means pushing others down to stay at the top. DMX's beef with Jay-Z was more than a rivalry. It was fueled by fierce competition and what DMX saw as Jay's cutthroat tactics. Their clashes became legendary, marked by pointed diss tracks and heated exchanges. But for DMX, it wasn't just about ego. He was calling out what he believed were Jay's questionable business practices.
So it's kind of hard to fake CCTV footage, simply because it's time-stamped and the pixels in that camera, any AI footage, the pixels is way higher than a normal camera.
For sure.
So, you know, you got to take that into consideration.
I think I'm gonna Google everyone who has a $200 million yacht. And we're gonna line this. We're gonna get close.
It's hundreds of guys who got.
Okay, okay.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Rook, didn't you say you wanted a yacht?
Yeah.
200 million. 200 million.
I'm scared to get money now. Bro,
it's getting
It's
scary.
not the money that changes people, because if you a man who get money, you know that this money is a tool.
Right.
It's not your identity. And like, I'm sure there are things that you wouldn't do for money.
Right.
So it's not the money that changes people.
Rook always told me money only amplifies who you really are.
Yeah, you don't really know who you are until you get some money.
Right.
Yeah,
for sure.
Let you have anything in the world that you want. I'm gonna throw you one.
Now, Diddy was he had sued the liquor company. I forget the name. It was a hard name for me to pronounce, but he pretty much won the lawsuit. But you know, it was explained that in these lawsuits or in these there's a morality clause. Do you think that his battle against this liquor company could have been what set this off actually, or was this only inevitable?
Well, you gotta look at it. we all thought he owned Ciroc.
For sure.
When Jay-Z became president of Def Jam, the balance of power changed. Artists had to decide, either adapt to the new direction or face the fallout. DMX, always known for staying true to himself, refused to compromise, even if it meant jeopardizing his career. As Jay-Z's influence grew, DMX found himself sidelined. The label's focus shifted, and DMX's bold, unfiltered style no longer aligned with the new vision. He was a rebel, unwilling to change his approach to fit the more commercial goals that Jay-Z was pushing.
Guys pretty much ran a train on a girl. She was passed out, underage, and we at the spot, and somebody come busting through the door. It's a female. She's like, "Where Big Homie at?" I'm in the back on the couch, sleep. I hear her calling for me. I'm like, "What's up?" She said, "Look at this." So she threw me these purple sweatpants. I'll never forget this. And I'm like, "What am I looking at?" So immediately on the outside of the pants, I see like some like dry white substance. And then like inside the pants, I seen a lot of dry blood. I'm like, these look like some little girl pants. What's going on? They did this to my daughter, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They bragging about it, making posts on Facebook, calling my daughter a hoe. She an honor roll student. She went over there with her friend, et cetera, et cetera. And she came with a bag of money, bro. Like, she came with a bag of money, bro. Like, and she wanted retribution for this. She called law enforcement and stuff like that. You feel me? I guess they wasn't working fast enough for her. And so we had took action into our own hands. I kind of regret doing this, but then I don't, because like that little lady thanks me every day. You know what I'm saying? Her daughter, I became like a mentor to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was just a bad circumstance, which just led to there's more darkness, you feel me? Because like, I didn't know that like they could come up with that much money to put it on me. I didn't know that. So after we found out what was going on, like people came through spinning, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like really trying to get up with me, and like shout out to the Ghoulers, shout out to the Ghoul gang, shout out to them Insane. So yeah, but the guys rallied behind me, bro, and like we defeated them. Yeah. Oh, bro, we had some bloody days though, you know what I'm saying? But we ended up coming out on top. They was bogus though. And Fred, you a hoe, phone now.
Yeah, Fred. Yeah. When you have a price on your head, how do you operate in that space? Like,
it's time to turn up. That's what we live for. Let's get it. You call a guy, let them know what's going on, and then
DMX's conflict with Jay-Z wasn't just about personal issues. It was a battle over how business should be done. When DMX was set to release his 6th album, Year of the Dog *, Jay-Z reportedly took steps to sabotage its success. Fans who followed DMX's career saw the truth. Jay didn't want DMX to succeed, especially if it meant sharing the spotlight. DMX revealed that Jay's moves were clever but cutthroat. He would make friendly calls, pretending to offer support, only to disappear when it was time to promote the album. DMX saw right through it, recognizing that Jay's tactics were a real threat to his career.
Because for us, we get a lot of flack for just telling the truth. And the truth is, the only thing I would say that we're doing is just being accountable for what we saw and being accountable for the hell it started. You know, what a lot of people don't realize is right now in this moment, everybody's looking at, oh, well, if Diddy's is bad, what about this person? What about that person? And people love tying people's names into things without really thinking about it. And Luther Campbell has some interesting things to say about former bad boy security. So I want to say it right now with this man present. If he was not there, I can only imagine how much worse things would have been and could have gotten.
Right.
This is the man.
And like I told these guys now, people who commit crimes with criminals.
Yeah, they do.
I ain't never been no criminal.
No.
And I'm never gonna let anybody get harmed. I'm always intersecting.
I'm 10 steps in front of you before it happens.
But that's the other thing.
No, sing my song.
I'm gonna sing it, but I want to say this, and then I'm gonna sing it. In positions that we've been in, and the people that we've been around, you had it made. So did I. There was a disagreement in the way things were going. You went your own way.
Right.
I went my own way. If it was really, if we were terrible people, you don't walk away. You stay. It was made. You were the man of all, period. Imagine, as he went on into his billionaire status, all the things.
I could have just kept my mouth closed.
Period.
I didn't have to tell Miss Wallace nothing.
Nothing.
I didn't have to say nothing to nobody. That's what people don't understand. I chose to. You understand? They want to make up the stories they want to make up. And that's what you get this internet. You got a lot of people making up stuff. But then when the stuff come true, they look stupid. They don't say nothing. They quiet as a church mouse. All the things that Jagden said, you understand? And the only thing I disagree with Jag about this was Chris. That's the only thing I disagree with it.
Can we speak on that right quick?
Because I knew Lou Tucker. And if you put Lou Tucker and you go in the photos and you put Christopher Williams side by side each other, they look like brothers. They could have been brothers.
They could have been brothers.
I'm not saying Lou Tucker did anything. I'm gonna say that much. But I know Christopher Williams.
Pimp C had his doubts about Jay-Z, hinting at some shady secrets lurking behind the scenes of the music industry. In private, Pimp C told a story about a chilling warning Jay-Z gave him. "I know things about you that nobody else does." The message was clear, leaving an unsettling feeling about what might be hidden beneath the surface.
Suggesting that she was tipped off by someone within inside the feds who said they saw her on some of the evidence seized. They said she was sedated, and they said she was being essayed by multiple men at the same time, which we know is called a train. And she tried to elude that allegedly our 47th president-elect was involved somehow. Do I know if that's true or not? I do not know. But I tell you what I do know. If they try to attach Trump to any of this freak-out foolishness, they all as good as dead anyway.
Jack, you almost I don't know how you know this stuff, but you be knowing the future. You just know everything. Where does this Diddy trial go? What happens? Can you tell us what you think?
It's a RICO. And all those freak-off attendees who endorsed Kamala Harris have now become clear enemies of the Trump administration. Ain't nobody getting no part in it. Diddy about to get some company. And with Trump's new agenda to shut down government funded trans, now that he's shutting all that down and reinstilling, going back to just the recognition of two genders, a lot of the people that was endorsing Kamala are going to have a problem with that.
DMX didn't hold back when talking about Diddy either. In a resurfaced interview, he harshly criticized Diddy, comparing his treatment of artists to exploitation. DMX said Diddy would take their creativity, give them little in return, and then toss them aside when he was finished. For DMX, it wasn't just about money, it was about respect. He saw Diddy using artists as tools, draining their talent and fame before discarding them without a second thought.
Feel like the federal government has a strong case when it comes to the criminal matter of what's going on outside of the freaky nature.
Yeah, by all means, man. I mean, most people are definitely afraid to even walk into a federal courthouse.
Yes. Big boys.
Jurors are afraid. Everybody's in awe. So that's advantage federal government, right? the evidence and the public perception that they currently have is strong as well. And I'm going to go ahead and correct myself. Cassie was beaten because I got.
There was Cassandra. I don't know what you called her. What'd you say last?
I'm not saying that again. I'm not saying that again. So to the 2 or 3 people who corrected me on the name, I left it alone. I apologize.
Boy, they picky, boy.
Hey, you know what? But you know what? Call me out.
Yeah.
If you see something and I see it, if I'm wrong, if I see it, I'll chime in. Or if I feel like I'm not wrong, I'll chime in and explain why I said what I said. So I have no problem communicating with your viewers.
Yeah. So yes, no, as you stated, Cassie, the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, which is not illegal. Again, it's not illegal. But
is it not?
Man, listen.
Is it not? Is it flammable?
It's flammable.
No, I'm just asking.
Physically or metaphysically? Like, what are we talking about? Because it can go both ways.
I don't want to know about the metaphysical part of it. But no, I mean, that much of anything, quite honestly, if it could be used to make a bomb, chances are you're not supposed to have that.
But it's easy defense. Hey, we like having oil parties, bathtubs full of oil, and slip and slide it.
Is it a fix?
To me, that's an easy.
Is it easy fix?
Yeah, I mean,
don't say
move
that.
on to the next question.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
It's like we literally have baby oil wrestling nights.
You know why you don't want
to say? Is that illegal?
It's illegal in the context of how Sean Combs uses it. So you don't want to say that.
Okay.
So if Sean Combs, if you see this, Joker should not be your attorney.
That's why I did not pass the bar.
Because statements like that are gonna get you sent straight. They're gonna be like, you don't even need a jury. Just listen. This is your cell right here. This is your cell. You don't want to say that.
But he has to explain that. His lawyer has to explain it.
Well, and watch this, man. It's the best thing. I looked at the statutes of this state, and that's not illegal. Leave it at that. Don't be trying to explain.
Right. I was just gonna say, should his lawyer even be talking? This is my thing. Like I think every time he opens his mouth, it just hurts him a little bit more.
Man, it is. I really don't know what his end game is.
Yeah, because like if he loses the case, he looks like the worst lawyer. You don't want to go with him either. Like he should just stay quiet, right?
It just depends, right? So let's say, for example, I'm representing you,
right?
And you're in jail, so you can't do any interviews. You can't get before the news. So I'll sit down with you and say, okay, I'm going to take your wife and kids, and we're going to do 2 interviews a week. And this is going to be the message that we're getting out there. Something totally and separate and far away from what you've been accused of, and something that's true, so that the viewers,
right,
and potential jurors see you in a different light, other than this monster that the media is currently painting.
Like, where is his publicist, I would say, or
but
what's going on? Like, you could easily paint a different narrative. You're Diddy. Anything that they feed us, we're gonna eat it up. So why is this lawyer only one speaking?
Well, no. No one is guilty until a group of their peers, labeled as a jury, have found them guilty, unless they decide to go before a judge and have a bench trial. But they have to go through the system before they're considered guilty. And so his lawyer might be the only one up there right now. I haven't really followed his statements of his lawyer, but I've seen some interviews, but it seems like he's mostly attacking the federal government's case, but not in a way that anyone is really resonating right now with anyone.
Yeah, so he did an interview with TMZ, where TMZ has a whole documentary on Tubi called The Downfall of Diddy, The Indictment. And Harvey is literally talking to him about the baby oil. And like you said, he kept it as simple as from my knowledge, baby oil isn't illegal. So he says this with Harvey. But I'm like, why aren't you saving like?
Dark conspiracy theories have followed the deaths of DMX and Pimp C, with fans wondering if industry giants like Diddy and Jay-Z were involved. DMX's death, officially ruled an overdose, led to rumors of foul play. Similarly, Pimp C's unexpected passing raised suspicions, with some believing his outspoken criticism might have led to his silence.
Yeah, on a softer note. No, so of course Ray J took your place. He's making all kind of. He got his own news network. Didn't you see? Give me thoughts when you say like Bow Wow say that he is upset or he feels a way that there's no more Diddy parties. Like he's like almost like he's fiending for the Diddy parties. Like man, it ain't going down like it was.
So let me ask y'all a question right now. If Bow Wow came into this room without anybody knowing anything he did, and a group of females came into this room, who gonna get the females first, y'all or him?
Definitely Bow.
Nigga, us.
If they don't know,
Yeah, he said they don't know who
they
Bow Wow
don't know
is.
who he is.
He's just Shad Moss from up the road.
Oh.
Yeah, nah, we getting
Who's
that
gonna
action.
get the females first?
Yeah, because Bow Wow did walk in this room, but he was Bow Wow. But no, Bow Wow is he have to like bat his eyes or something.
We on Bow ass.
Yeah, nah. No shade to Shad. No shade to Shad.
There's no shade.
No shade to Shad, but nigga.
Right. So if you can be a person who can show up you can show up to a place, and everybody here is paid to come in here and do what they do, of course you're gonna miss that.
Yeah, man.
You going to a party and everybody is sex worker?
Wow, man.
You can pull anybody you want, male or female, to the bathroom and get a blowjob.
Yeah.
You gonna miss that.
Yeah, damn. All right, well, it's a drought then. It's a drought.
That drought make people crash out. So you know.
It's a drought. What can you give me one celebrity you were surprised to see at a party in a way that you were surprised to see him, male or female? Like you might have had an idea about him, then you see him like there ain't no way that this person's doing this with that or doing this like that or whatever.
No.
Okay, yeah, he said, goddamn, I can do that.
No. Like after my first like year of like being like working with like celebrities, I figured out what it was. I said, oh, so they all like this.
Alcohol.
Huh?
Does it always start with alcohol whenever?
No, a lot of them don't even drink.
Oh.
It's just them.
Just come in like,
Bro,
I'm great.
so you got different levels but you got horny man, and then you got real horny man. You feel me?
So, what's the craziest thing you?
Through all the changes in the music industry, Jay-Z has managed to stay on top. While artists like DMX faced career struggles, Jay-Z's success never seemed to fade. Some credit his long-lasting career to his talent and luck, but others believe his ability to stay at the top was due to smart moves, possibly even pushing out competitors who threatened his dominance.
Discussing about all the heads that of different companies that had to step down. You know, whenever I think of Pete Diddy, I think of just a rap mogul, but you don't really look at him as having all these connections with all these different facets of, as far as out of entertainment. Like, is hip hop music really that ingrained in so many different levels of life to where you have a person like P. Diddy associating with a head of Nike or just like, I'm just saying for an example, like a nigga like Moneybagg Yo, I wouldn't imagine if he get taken down like somewhere in IBM. There's the head of IBM is stepping down, right. Or the head of Calvin Klein is, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, how ingrained is hip hop into other fields of industry?
Right. So hip hop culture is the biggest culture in the world, first and foremost. But there are tiers to hip hop. Now, Diddy was able to work his way up into the private sector where you're rubbing shoulders with other CEOs, other business owners, other heads of media. So the situation is, you're not gonna see Moneybagg Yo at a political fundraiser. You'll see Diddy there. See what I'm saying? So I've been to fundraising events. You know, they might have some artwork for sale. The opening bid for some of the artists is gonna be $1 million. So you go Moneybagg Yo, probably getting 40, 50,000 a show. He's signed to somebody. So he's not gonna get his streaming revenue. He's not gonna really own his masters. So that's why you see him signing other artists. Like most rappers are just simply financially not on the level to be able to impact that community of people.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what that's.
And no disrespect to Moneybagg Yo.
Salute Moneybagg Yo.
Yeah, he's an awesome artist. But speaking to that, the murder of Young Dolph.
Yep.
And we just watched his killers get their time. But they also implicated CMG, which implicated.
DMX fans believe Jay-Z's rivalry with the late rapper went beyond personal pride. They think Jay-Z saw DMX as a threat to his own success in a ruthless music industry, where one artist's rise can come at another's expense. This perspective suggests Jay-Z's actions were driven by a desire to protect his turf.
Oh, boy.
He just perverted.
Y'all trying to get me in it? Yeah. Okay, we good. We can talk about that. I can talk about that, bro, because I got an opinion on that too. Like,
Okay, well, yeah. What's your opinion on?
I mean, like, bro, he fucked up. He did a lot of bad shit. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of bad shit, but I guarantee you.
Everybody keeps saying bad shit, but they only talking about freaky shit. Are we talking about freaky shit or we talking about criminal shit? That's what I'm confused
Criminal
about.
and freaky shit.
Oh, he did some criminal shit. Okay, I ain't heard nothing about the criminal shit.
I done heard all type of shit, man. But it'll be allegations like you gonna hear, you know, about shit. But
Is Diddy just that gangster to where niggas wasn't even trying to fuck? Cause bro, if you look at the history, we talking about a nigga that's accused of killing Pac, accused of killing Biggie, accused of shooting the club up that Shine was in. That nigga done got away with a lot of wild shit, bro. If we talking about,
he shot that lady in the face.
he shot the lady in the face, bro, and didn't do no time. Like
she said she.
There's a nigga out there that's done did the same exact shit that Diddy did, and he's still doing it though.
But he ain't popular like Diddy.
That's just Diddy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, look, why? Tell me why all the people who really got some money is saying like, man, look, for real, like. A lot of the people out here with some money doing the same shit, but I'm gonna let y'all have it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that nigga was next level though. He was next level.
But for real, think about it though. Why you think they like, I'm gonna let y'all have it, but like,
but you know what?
Can't even really speak on it, but it's they doing the same shit over there, but y'all so focused over here, they going crazy over here. Y'all don't even know. Like, man, come on, bro.
I'm gonna bring
it's the truth,
bro. They talking about it's some minors involved, bro. That's where it gets fucked up.
Of course.
That's where it gets fucked up.
Bro, that's not even where it get fucked. It's been fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not where it get fucked up. You don't even know how far it really went.
Well, really don't.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me hear you. When you start seeing, right, we starting to see bodyguards. We got Jaguar Wright speaking on shit. When you hear these stories about just the industry as a whole, you know, do you believe any of this shit? Do you feel like some of it's cap? Do you feel like some of it's real?
I don't know, bro. I'm not a fan, so that shit don't really mean nothing to me. Like, I believe it's whatever the internet says it is. I ain't never talked to them niggas. Like, I'm real life around celebrities, so it's like all that.
The music industry is a tough game, where creativity often collides with politics. Alliances can shift in a moment, making trust rare and valuable. DMX was known for his loyalty to his principles and his refusal to compromise. This authenticity earned him deep respect. He wasn't afraid to speak up, calling out hypocrisy when he saw it. DMX, along with others like Pimp C, showed that in the ruthless music world, integrity and honesty still matter.
Can he exist in these spaces?
Let's Google Yo Gotti's net worth.
You got it? I want to say I'm pulling it.
Okay, they got it listed as 100 million.
Yeah, so if your net worth is 100 million, you probably have 50 million liquid capital. So let's put something in perspective.
Right.
Elon Musk is donating $45 million a month to Donald Trump's campaign.
That's wild business.
So in 2 months, he's donated Yo Gotti's net worth to Donald Trump's campaign. So that should give you some perspective.
Right. For sure.
Yeah. I haven't really met many rappers with money. Like most rappers that I meet are living middle class. So like, if you see them with the 200,000 stack, that's all they got.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure, that's all they got.
Why do we? Because this particular platform was built off of the love of hip hop and music.
For sure.
But it's hard to run a business off hip hop and music.
Yeah.
So why is it that rappers are so broke?
First and foremost, you gotta really think about it. Remember that song by Birdman? What did he say? I got everything in my mama name.
Yeah.
Come on now, that's just poor money morals right there.
Right.
And then most of us come from a street element. So, you can't just go down to the bank and buy $1 million house without getting indicted. So the rap game is entertainment. Like I remember when the gangsters would take their homie who not a killer, but he can rap. This our rapper, we pushing behind him.
Right.
Now they want you to be a killer, a robber, a drug dealer, and a rapper. It's a flux in the game, you feel me? So like the jewelry y'all got on right now is way better than the most rappers that I see. You feel me?
Shout out KD. Shout out KD, Gym City.
Behind the glitz of Diddy and Jay-Z's success, DMX and Pimp C offered a warning. They exposed the darker side of the music industry, where fame often comes with a hidden price. Through their stories, they urged fans to look beyond the surface and ask hard questions. Why do some artists rise while others fall with no clear reason? What secrets are kept behind closed doors? And what are we willing to accept from our idols or turn a blind eye to?
A real thing.
Have we ever really seen an indictment where the details were sealed? We only really seen that with Epstein. And the only chance he has to not get a life sentence is to cooperate.
Right.
Wait, and you mentioned that Diddy may not make it out alive.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. See, when you say something like definitely, I got to get your take on it because we seen what happened with Epstein and we seen the, like you said, a sealed indictment. Don't know what's in it.
Right.
We hear stories of stars paying off lawsuits and keeping their name out of the news. Like, do you feel like there's something that's bigger than even Diddy that is at stake of failing?
Yeah, definitely. So if anybody pays attention to the political climate in our country right now, the FBI is at risk of getting disbanded.
For sure.
We're coming up on a new election. Now, the week that he was indicted, the head of Sony Music, Randy Goodman, stepped down.
Yep.
CEO of Warner, Kaz Kobayashi, stepped down. CEO of 300 Entertainment, Kevin Lyle, stepped down. And the CEO of Nike, John Donahue, all stepped down one in the same week. Then we see the mayor of New York, his name Eric, get indicted. And then now we see the guy Reeves from Abercrombie get indicted for sex trafficking. So the sex trafficking investigators, the group of guys who do that, is a small group, probably about 50, 60 people. So the same people who investigated him also were investigating him and these other people. So you got to always watch the trickle effect when it comes down to it. So for sure.
Now, we were talking about him contacting witnesses and how careless that was. Do you think it's because of this drug addiction that he has?
That's a great question. So I'll say this. Any man who I know who did ecstasy for more than 4 years straight.
The voices of DMX and Pimp C still echo, even though they're no longer with us. DMX's warnings about the destructive side of the industry weren't just cautionary. They were a harsh truth. Pimp C's words, "What's done in the dark will come to light," have turned out to be prophetic. As time passes, fans are beginning to uncover the truth, slowly putting together a story that confirms the concerns DMX and Pimp C raised. It's a sobering thought. Maybe these artists saw things more clearly than we realized.
When he's had to step down. You know, whenever I think of Pete Diddy, I think of just a rap mogul, but you don't really look at him as having all these connections with all these different facets of, as far as out of entertainment, like, is hip hop music really that ingrained in so many different levels of life to where you have a person like P. Diddy associating with a head of Nike or just like, I'm just saying for an example, like a nigga like Moneybagg Yo, I wouldn't imagine if he get taken down like somewhere in IBM. There's the head of IBM is stepping down, or the head of Calvin Klein is, you know what I'm saying? Like, how ingrained is hip hop into other fields of industry?
Right. So hip hop culture is the biggest culture in the world, first and foremost. But there are tiers to hip hop. Now, Diddy was able to work his way up into the private sector where you're rubbing shoulders with other CEOs, other business owners, other heads of media. So the situation is, you're not going to see Moneybagg Yo at a political fundraiser. You'll see Diddy there. You see what I'm saying? So I've been to fundraising events. You know, they might have some artwork for sale. The opening bid for some of the artists is going to be $1 million. So you go, Moneybagg Yo, probably getting 40, 50,000 a show. He's signed to somebody. So he's not going to get his streaming revenue. He's not going to really own his masters. So that's why you see him signing other artists. Like, most rappers are just simply financially not on the level to be able to impact that community of people.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what that's.
And no disrespect to Moneybagg Yo.
Salute Moneybagg Yo.
Yeah, he's an awesome artist. But speaking to that,
in a world where fame and power can protect people from consequences, DMX and Pimp C boldly stood their ground. They saw how the music industry could harm artists, draining their souls, and refused to compromise. With brutal honesty, they exposed the darker side of the music world, showing the emptiness behind the glitter and glamour. By sharing their stories, they aim to wake up fans to the harsh truths lurking beneath the
most rappers that I see. You feel me?
Shout out KD. Shout out KD, Gym City.
Sitting on that right there. Yeah. And like his YouTube channel. Yeah. He got baguettes, man.
Yeah. Come on, man. And shout out KD
You can
Customs.
tell y'all really into jewelry.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, rappers is getting that. They gonna hand them that. Like, the label is finna pay for that. They not finna.
Right.
We used to get people's jewelry back. And we stopped after we said, wait a second, man. You just paid us $10,000 to go get back a CZ chain? Because if your chain gets took in the rap game, your career finna go down.
Right.
So imagine that. You go somewhere, do a show, they take a fake chain from you, and then now you gotta pay some real gangsters to go get it back for you. You just got $15,000 for the show. You gotta pay them 10. You leaving from out of town with 5 bands.
Man, yeah.